Chat. I'm here with. Look, I'm going to do that the wrong way. I'm here with Chili Jam Jeff, whose channel is actually called Chili Jam Jeff.
Yeah.
And Saul down the bottom from. Is it barely floating, mate? Isn't it? Yeah. And I believe that we will be joined by Dave in a bit from Narrowboat Changing Pace, so we'll look out for him. And I just need to change a few settings because I've been a bit lapsed. Right, I've got chat on now. We're good to go. So we'll start with what everyone's been doing for this month, and we'll go to Jeff because we know he's been doing a lot of cruising. Yeah, no, it's that way.
Yeah,
it's that way at the screen, but it's actually that way.
That's it.
So anyway, so we'll go over to Jeff. What you've been up to and what you've been up to with your boat?
Right, we've been out for a fortnight, as you know.
It was more than a fortnight, though, mate, wasn't it?
Well, it's, what is it? 14 days, isn't it, or something?
Well, you moving your boat every weekend, weren't you?
So... yeah, we moved it up 2 weekends before so we could start on new waters. So we got it up as far as Wilton, and then started our holiday from there. So because Sally wanted to go on new waters, because last time we went up, we actually...
Hey, Dave.
There he is.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, Jeff just started saying what he was up to, so we'll come round to you. But it's great that you're with us. So, go on, carry on, Jeff.
Yeah. So we got it up to Wilton before we started, so we can go on new waters. And then we were going to go down to Oxford, as you know, but we got reports that the water levels were really low up that way, so we decided to go straight up. So we went up Rugby, Nuneaton, and it got up as far as Fraisley, is it, or something like that?
Fraisley Junction.
Yeah. Turned left there, and then worked the way down to Birmingham. Then turned left again, come back through the Hatton. Is it the Hatton flight we come through and all that sort of?
Yeah, there's a lot of locks that way. Yeah, it's quite.
Yeah, we've got a lot of locks.
There's a few locks.
Lots of good pubs. The only one what was a bit disappointing was, I don't know if you saw it on my photos, but there's a really nice pub at the bottom of another flight of locks. I don't know what Stockton Lights is it?
Stockton. I know. Yeah, you'd have come through Stockton as well.
Really nice pub at the bottom. We walked down to the one at the top. We got to the top. Was going to go in the pub there, but it shuts on Tuesdays. So it not far. We walked down. Lovely looking pub, and it was just sort of this time of night. It was just getting chilly. We had a beer, so we'll have something to eat. You know, stay all evening now. So when he said, "Can we come in and sit somewhere with the dogs?" Don't allow dogs in.
Oh, really?
Can't come in at all. No, not allowed in. There was 4 people behind the bar serving, nobody in. So
that's unusual.
So they've got a campsite. You thought they'd let dogs in. You know, even if it's a separate area. Normally they have a separate area for dogs to go in. But That was about the disappointing bit about the whole holiday. That one pub. Got to Broadston, went in that pub there. They were spot on. They are. They've even got a little doggy menu.
The big one, the big pub at Broadston.
Is it the boat?
The boat inn, yeah, I think it's in.
Yeah, they were spot on there. And did you know there's a butcher's up the village? If you walk up the village,
I didn't walk up to the village. Yeah, no.
I'll tell you what, man, you want to go there. The chops, where chops and pies and that there, unbelievable. Sausages, unbelievable. Really, they weren't that dear either. Well impressed with that.
Good.
For the boat, she never missed a beat. She sometimes, I don't know what it is. It sometimes sorts. It's like it races, like the revs pick up and then slow down. I don't know if it's got fuel, but you don't do it all the time. Most of the time, it's all right. But every now and again, you'll be cruising.
Yeah.
So normally cruise just over tick over, and all of a sudden she'll pick the revs up and then she'll go back. But I don't know. Not that worried about it. But she's still dry in the back. No more water, no more oil in the back. So now I'll have to paint it now because it's dry.
That's good.
And then she's been good as gold. Never missed a beat.
Did you do anything while you were cruising, or did you just
wash the roof?
Wash the roof. That Sally washed the roof. You didn't.
Yeah, I hoovered. We did do it. I cleaned the windows and hoovered. Sally got on the roof and washed the roof. But yes, good. It's never missed a beat. It's been spot on.
That's good. So you had a good time, and you're still not convinced Sally that she needs to move on board.
No, not yet. Still not. No.
Still working on it.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen. She's I don't know.
Work in progress, mate. Work
Never
in
say never.
progress.
Never say never, but you never know.
You never know. It's great because it's like home from home, though, isn't it? You don't need to go and get anything. You've got it all
No.
with you.
That's it. Well, we went when we got down towards, is it the New Inn? Yeah, there weren't no moorings places, so we went up the Leicester Arm on a turn round body A5.
Yeah.
Like maximum 17 metres turning circle, and
Yeah.
I think we had about 2 inches to do it, and I've done it. Then we
Did
come
you?
back and then moored up. So we had the last night or two there. It was all right up there, and then we just
Oh,
walked
that's
to the
good.
pub.
That's nice up there, though.
Yeah.
It's nice at the New Inn on the A5.
Yeah,
It's busy along that stretch, though. We actually moored a bit further down and walked down to that New Inn.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when we went there, you had to book food. And
All right. No, we didn't have it.
yeah, so he goes, "Oh, I can order you a pizza if you like." I went, "No, you're all right. I'll have a packet of crisps."
But yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, cool. So that's what you've been up. That's what you've been up to in a boat.
Oh, and we're still on the same bottle of gas that we had when we first got the boat. It's still
Really?
going. Yeah, still going strong. I've got 2 bottles. I've got a spare, but we're still on the original bottle of gas. That's
Really,
3 years.
that's amazing.
3 years.
3
now.
years.
3 years. And Sally's been cooking in the oven and everything. Now I've said that'll bloody run out now.
Run out now. You know that's going to happen. Don't you?
But yeah, no problem at all. Been good.
Well, good. Well, thanks for that, Jeff, for that catch up, and glad you've been out on the boat. It's been a long time coming, especially on the new waters. So I'm glad you've done that, and it's all been good.
Yeah.
See, it's that way now. We'll sit down. He's down there on my screen. We'll go down to Saul and see what you've been up to, mate, for last month.
Well, we had a bit of an event for August. It was missing engine room chat on the way to put the bruiser down. And something we had to put him down, so it was a bit.
Oh,
Sounds no good, so
your sound's breaking up for some reason. I don't know if it's because
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now. It was just breaking up a bit.
Time with the but
I know.
we set.
It's breaking up. You keep breaking up now. It's no sound at all. You're like missing whole sentences. Is it the internet not very good?
Must be all right.
just
Sound like Norman Collier.
Is that yeah? That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
you're showing your age now.
That's, I don't think.
Yeah.
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 Let me see if I can turn you down a bit. See if that makes any difference. What are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the computer. We switched everything off.
No, it's not.
That's
Certainly not.
as well.
I'll tell you what we'll do. So we'll go to Dave, come back to you, and hopefully it will sort itself out.
Click off and come back. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go to Dave, and then hopefully whatever it is, it will sort itself out. I might reboot you in a minute. I'll see how it goes. So, Dave, I can do that one. That's easy. Not that. It's down there. What have you been up to?
What have we been up to? Done a little bit of boating, not a lot. Done a bit of work on boat. Good friend Mike come down last weekend and tried to sort plumbing out. So I fitted 2 fin rads to our central heating system on recommendation of a good friend of mine. That way.
No, he's that way. That way. Do they work?
It didn't work, no.
It didn't work.
No flow through system at all. It heats the hot water up, but as soon as I took the domestic radiators off and put these fin rads on, I get a flow through them. So Saul nipped in for a couple of hours on Friday, bled system, and it still won't work. So this weekend I've replaced all the radiator valves with new ones with bleed valves on them, on all on both sides. Fitted them yesterday. Switched it on. Boiler come on. Hot water got hot. Radiators didn't.
Really? That's really strange, isn't it? Because it goes through the same system, doesn't it?
I don't know why it run the radiators, but it won't run these fin rads. It got hot right up to last night. It got hot right up to the first radiator, to the first fin rad, but it wouldn't flow through. You couldn't just get no flow through system at all.
No return.
So, and I.
You, Dave, about that in a bit.
I took on what Saul said. When I got it all apart and that, I blew through pipes, so there were no blockages. Everything seemed all right. As soon as I started filling it up, got all vents open, all bleed vents, water peeing out everywhere. Tighten them up as I went round, switched boiler on, bled it, loads of air come out, settled down. I thought, this is cracked it here. No. So I'm at a loss on how to do it.
It's like it's not. It's like it can't pump it round.
Yeah.
It's like it's not pumping it round. It's not there's no circulation to the system, because that's all it needs, isn't it? It's a pump.
Yeah.
It's all it does. It just goes round in a circle on the return pipe and
or something similar.
yeah.
So I'm just waiting on for some more instructions. My resident expert.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done a few other bits and pieces. Clean the engine bay up. So we got not a leak, but we got a constant drip through stern gland. So
Right.
Sorted that out, cleaned all engine bay out, cleaned that up, and we've cruised twice since I've done that. And I seem to have cured that because it was dry yesterday. This weekend, when I checked yesterday, so I think it were I think I've said before about putting nylon nuts on the clamp that squeezes the
Right.
and I think it was just vibration that was loosening it off. So
Oh.
nylon nuts on it. It's not loose, not coming loose, and it's not leaking.
Yeah. Is yours water fed or oil?
Other than struggling with plumbing, I haven't done a right lot.
Oh, really? Are you haven't moved far then, no?
Pardon?
You haven't moved far in the last few weeks?
No, just a couple of hours. We did about an hour and a half, not this weekend before, and then we did about a 3-hour cruise on Saturday to get where we are now. So we're heading towards Birmingham, but we're not quite there yet.
No, you're not too bad though.
Yeah.
So,
No.
And that's
That's not a lot happened this weekend. I've worked fairly hard and got nowhere. So it's a bit frustrating at the moment.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to our resident expert in a minute and see what he's got to say about it.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to see if Mr. Soul's sounds any better? I'll tell you one thing he has got that we haven't got, his bloody sun. by the looks of it.
Well,
And it looks
no
like you've caught
rain.
it on your face.
just a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll go to Sol then, see what he's been up to since last month.
Yeah. So as I was saying,
Oh, yeah.
it's not bad.
No sound whatsoever. What's going on? It's like really. It's like really, like your mouth's moving and nothing's coming out. We're getting snippets of it. Is it the internet? But it says you've got good internet.
Yeah. What's going on? Anything on here?
It might be when you're sitting nearer it. Actually, it might be a noise cancelling. On
Can
you
hear me better when it's like this?
Yeah, it seems to work better. Trev says you got your head in a bucket. Yeah, I think he has.
Right.
Yeah, try it closer. Yeah, not closer. That's slightly scary.
Yeah, so
anyway,
you can hear me now. I will. We moved down the glass and key. Here eventually. It took us 6 hours down the flight. It was horrendous. The weed down in the weed patch about 300 yards.
Oh, really?
It was a nightmare. So, yeah, because exhaust from my arm, it was really not a pleasant experience here. And they shut the locks the week after, and we've had no rain since, and it's lower and lower. They opened the lock again, but we couldn't even move. So the lowest I've ever seen it.
Really?
1.5 foot down.
You'll get a slightly delayed reaction. But see, I am hearing what you're saying, but it comes after you've said it. So go on, carry on.
Yeah. 2.5 foot down, and getting any more water this week.
No, you got sunny weather by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, really.
Yeah, not much good for Yeah,
we're nearly on the bottom. And the only time you're on the bottom here is when you sink.
Really?
To get out of the boat, we have to climb up. Roof is nearly level with the towpath.
No way!
Shit.
Really? That is low.
I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, Jesus. Where's that? Where are you now?
Dock. Well, we're in
Glaston.
the basin at Glaston.
Really? Shit. That's bad. That's bad. So
where's that canal fed from, Saul?
From a reservoir near Kendal.
All right.
They've even shut the.
Oh, didn't get that. You cut out then. No, I didn't get any of that. It's really weird because your sound's usually really good.
Yeah. I think
Let me just
it's where we are. Glaston Dock looks rubbish.
Yeah, but it shows you as good service, but it just don't. What are you hot spotting off of?
We have a little box in the corner. Why?
Is it in the window?
Yeah, it's just next to the wall. But we've got it on the roof.
You got an antenna on the roof? Have you? Yeah, I didn't find the antenna on ours made any bloody difference.
We don't seem to think so.
Yeah, it just keeps cutting bloody out. It says network connection 10 out of 10. So I Yeah, go on, Cat. We're trying. We'll persevere. We'll persevere.
So we're stuck and not move.
No, that's it. The CRT. Are you all right there with CRT? They know, obviously.
They'll get told to shove it.
Yeah. Is it handy enough for work and that where you are though? Is it near enough? And
Yeah, it's okay for us. Yeah.
yeah. So if you can, in broken word, can you tell us what's wrong with Dave's eating?
I think water system is robbing the heating system because the voltage. So he needs either a zone or a gate valve to or from the hot water tank.
We might be able to piece this all together at some point.
Draw a diagram and show us on the screen.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jot
on the boat.
it all down on a bit of paper and put it in front of the camera.
The valve.
Yeah.
Restrict.
So this is what I got from that. The water system is robbing the heating system of pressure, of flow, and he needs to get a gated valve put on it
To restrict the flow to the heating.
Or to restrict the flow to the water so the heating gets
hot
more.
water, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, it's called a gated. It was a gated valve.
Yeah. A gate valve, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Or
that
a
is,
zone
Dave?
valve.
Yeah, I know what they are. The only problem is the piping for that is behind the washing and behind the shower. So I've got nowhere to put a gate valve that I can get access to turn it off and on easily. So that's going to be the intriguing way of doing it. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet.
There's like a 12? Can you get like a 12-volt valve that would be automatic? Yeah, you just turn it off and on.
Zone valve.
You can have a zone valve. They have it. It's like a thermostat. Once it gets hot,
right?
Bloody computers.
Yeah, it's so you can get a zone valve that changes when it gets hot. Did you say? And that can be a 12-volt one, so that it can work on the boat.
Yeah,
you should be able to get it. So that might be a thing: is you get it in there, and then you don't have to operate it manually. If you can operate it from above by a switch or whatever you need it, or just if it's done on heat, then hopefully it might work. But
it's something I'll look at. I'll probably have a chat with Saul when I can hear him properly.
Yeah. It's very rarely that we can't hear Saul, isn't it? He's got one of those voices that everyone can hear.
And just the window, Saul would probably be able to hear anyway.
Yeah, open the window.
Yeah.
Could you? I was just thinking it on our first boat. It had a back buoy. No, actually, it weren't on our first boat. It was on Nutshell, but there was one on our first boat. It had a proper 240 pump. You know, like you have in an airing cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, our old boat used to have it wasn't on there when we got it because they'd changed the fire. It had been taken out, but it had a back boiler. And underneath there was a 12-volt small pump which pumped the hot water around. And then when we bought Nutshell, next to her diesel heater, which we never used, there was a proper one that you'd find in the domestic airing cupboard. Would anything like a pump help?
A little one would do.
a little pump in the system just to get the water moving. That might be an idea, Dave.
Yeah.
Just to help, just to help with two of them.
Yeah, I'll have to start looking at that. I didn't finish doing what I was doing till about 7 o'clock last night. So, and when it didn't work, I was well miffed off. So, but
Gave up.
Gave up. Didn't put boxing back in, which I should have done. But yeah, so Louise has got like bits of boxing in all over the boat, which she's not pleased about.
I'll bet not.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, I'm more happy with setup, and I'm happier with the valves that I've put on. The complete system a lot easier now. I was just disappointed that it didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you've done all that, one of those is just obviously not got enough flow to push the water around.
Yeah.
By the sounds of it. So, but so I'm not sure. I'm doing sign language now. I'm not very good at that either. But
options.
I'll say what I've been up to, and then because it's hard work. It's hard work. I would imagine anyone watching is probably ain't got a clue what we're talking about. So, I've gone dark as well. So anyway, we went out. We actually met Jeff up to Stoke Bruin. So we went out on our little boat. We actually ended up turning round at Stoke Bruin. Do you know I actually got in trouble with CRT while we were at the top of Stoke Bruin?
What?
Wow. So we went. I had to go to work. I'm going to ring the bloke back actually because I wasn't none too happy about it, and it takes a lot to rile me a little bit. But I was a bit. I had this long message from CRT saying we'd paid to park overnight in their car park, and I was going early in the morning anyway because I was going to work. So the 2 days my car was there, it was gone all day. It was only there. I left work about 7:30 anyway. They've got a bin there in their car park, and it's a biffa bin which they've got the contract, and our little smart car was sitting to the right of the, and I had a message on my phone, and it said, "Mr. and you've obviously gone to some trouble." Now, remembering the smart car's got a life mill of meaning on the back of it as well. And he said, "Oh, Mr. Warner, I know you're probably here in your narrowboat till. Your car is in the car park, and I need you to come and move it immediately because the bin lorry hasn't been able to empty the bin."
Right.
And I was like, "And it needs to be moved because this can't happen." Blah blah blah. And I was like, I didn't listen to this till 2 weeks after the event, so it didn't matter to me. I was gone, and I'd paid, and I've not done anything wrong. But in that space, there should be something that says, "Please don't park."
Yep.
There was loads of other spaces. Yeah, just don't park here.
Ain't the bin on wheels?
No, it's a big biffer. They lift you up. When they come in with the forks and lift it over the top. So they couldn't obviously get it in because the car was in the way. But it doesn't say anywhere in that car park. It says don't park in this space if you're staying overnight. Park down the bottom. But it was quite a stroppy message.
Right.
So I thought, well, I'm gonna. He must work up at Blissworth. Blissworth. So I'm gonna probably give the guy a ring and say, I ain't got a problem. I wouldn't have parked there. Put a sign up because we paid to park overnight and we've done nothing wrong. But anyway, so we had a little change of plan because we were going to we were going to go down to South Oxford as well, and we were going to do what Jeff does, and we were going to travel every few weeks and then we were going to plot our boat up in Property Marina for a couple of weeks while we were down in Devon. But we changed our plans, and we turned round, obviously, which is not hard in a 30-foot boat. We just literally spun it round on the spot and decided to go back. So we took the boat back the next couple of days, and we're going out in October. But I have a small problem. Oh, Saul's gone. I have a small problem with. I don't know what it is. Oh, let me turn him back on again. Hang on a sec. There you go, Saul. I'll let you back in, mate.
Trying to figure this out.
I think the gearbox. Yeah, I think the gearbox has got a slight oil leak. Not massive, but a slight oil leak. But it was making a bit of a crap noise from the gearbox on the way back. Mainly when it was on higher revs. So I need to check down the weed hatch first, just to make sure it's nothing around the prop that's making the noise. But I think I need to check the oil I believe. Has anyone heard of a gearbox made by a company called Hutch? H-U-T-C-H. Have anyone heard of a gearbox of a company called Hutch? H-U-T-C-H?
Yeah.
What is that? Do you know it?
Earth gearbox.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about them?
No.
Oh.
They've not got a very good reputation.
They haven't.
No.
With what's the issue with them?
Because I think they're hydraulic boxes, aren't they?
I don't know. It looks manual to me.
I might be getting it wrong, but there is one maker gearbox that's hydraulic, and they are not very reliable. I'm sure it were Earth gearboxes. I might be wrong. I might be doing them a disservice there. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think where I because I actually found last night. I found the original bill of these. Our boat was sold in 2012 by Mercia Marina, and I found it's still online. You can still. I found the original spec of it. Right. And do you know what? Our boat hasn't changed at all. Inside, this is old, and it's even got the chair in it that we found under the back deck, which Lisa we were sitting on when you came down, Jeff. That chair has been in that boat forever, and so the gearbox was made by Herf. It is Herf. Hurth. Yeah. That's what they're saying on here, and because what I was looking for was I'm going to do a service on it, so I think I will check the oil in it first. I presume the filler's on the top.
Yeah.
On those.
Yeah. Mine's like a little thumb screw, and you pull it out, and the dipstick's on.
There's a dipstick on the actual.
The lid, the pull out. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a nut, so there's no thumb screw. I need to put a spanner on it.
Yeah, spanner.
Yeah.
In that case, it might be a side bung they take out and fill it up until it runs out of the side bung.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to get some oil anyway.
A side bung with your level.
A side bung, is there? Like a little rubber bung, is there?
If you haven't got a dipstick, then there'll be a side bung somewhere. Take the bung out, fill your gearbox up from the top, and when it starts running out, that's it.
That's it. That's all I need. So, okay.
Dipstick, that's all it can be.
Yeah. So it said on this sheet, it said it in 2012 it had done about 3,000 hours approximately, and it's spray foamed as well, which is an absolute result because I didn't think it had been spray foamed. because on the floor up there I found polystyrene, but the actual sides of it is spray foam. So it is a spray foam boat. And do you know what? It's actually advertised back 12 years ago. It's had 2 owners from new. The guy that sold it on the advert was the first owner. So I know now that it's only had 2 previous keepers, and they've done, and the bloke I bought it, bloke has literally done nothing, absolutely nothing to it at all, apart from So I don't think it's done many hours over the 3,000 that it done back there. But it's identical. All the covers are the same. The only thing that's changed, they've done a bit of painting on the roof, but it was it was just good to read the spec of it. But because I was trying to find I'm going to do a service on it before we go out for 2 weeks in October. So because we're probably getting close to 200 hours of running time. Right. So I thought I'd do an oil change on it, but I was just a bit like I thought it had a PRM gearbox in it, which is what the bloke told me. But according to this, it's a halved, whatever you called it. I'll have to do some research. Yeah.
It might be just oil that's knackered with it being in there so long.
No, it was when I bought the boat. He did a full service. He changed everything. He said he changed
gearbox oil.
Well, he said he would do oil. He would do all the fluids. So I presume it would be gearbox oil as well. But the oil in the bottom of there's a little bit of oil in the bottom of the oil catch tray, and it's very black. It's very. It's what?
He might have felt that when he done it.
He might what? Sorry, Jeff, I've missed that.
He might have spilt that when he done the service on it for you.
Yeah, he might have done. Yeah, I don't think it's got any more. But he did clean it out a little bit. But it was just a bit. I was just a bit nervous, and the noise it was making, it was just noisy. It was, and it's never been noisy before. All the time. It's what?
Have you got a radio?
A radio.
Yeah, just turn
the radio. Has it?
Yeah.
Glenn, has it got an oil cooler on it for the gearbox?
Good question. Do they usually?
Well, ours has, and we had when we first had engine put in, the oil cooler failed and it let water into the gearbox, and that made a lot of funny noises, and we actually lost propulsion through that. So it might be an oil cooler problem. But they came out and swapped it over. But I'd have a look, see if you've got, when you check the oil in the gearbox, see if there's any water in it.
Right.
Because if there's water in it, that'll affect how it runs. And it'll show that it'll tell you that you've got a problem somewhere else. It might be just an oil cooler that's started leaking water into oil for gearbox.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'm gonna try and get down there before we go out, and sort that out anyway. So that's that part of it. I've still got loads of electrics to do. I still had a nightmare with power. Drain the starter battery's been draining again. I'm sure it's something to do with the split charger. So at the moment, to keep all the batteries topped up, I've temporarily linked I've turned the fridge off now. We took everything out of the fridge while we left it, and I've temporarily hooked the starter battery into the loop because they're all the same anyway. And so the solar panel is now charging all 3 batteries.
Right.
Just because I wanted to get the batteries back up to a decent level, because we've got no hookup or no charger at the moment. It's all in hand. They're all in there. They just need putting in. The charger's in there, the cable's in there, as in like in the boat in a box, but it's not actually been put on the wall and hooked up yet. So I just haven't had time. It's work, it gets in the way. It's overrated.
It is.
It does get in the way. So just going over here for a second, yet another canal adventure says at 3K it's only just run in. He said that the gearbox is only running at 3K. Well, I don't know if it's only done 3K. It could have been more. Everyone, if we move back, I think Louise is saying put the lights on, but it's pretty light here. It's just that when I move me, it's Dave. There you go. Look, Dave's like beaming in light now. So yeah, so I've got a few jobs to do on the boat. I'm going to have it out of the water again at the beginning of next year to put some anodes on it because it's so cheap to get it out of the water where we are. I'm just going to get it back out. I'm going to book that in and do that early next year. What else am I doing with it? I've still got to get the gas locker welded up. The new tray put in the bottom of that. I haven't got around to doing that yet. What else? But yeah, no, it's been. I mean, to be honest with you, the boat when the starter bat's been brilliant. It starts every time. It don't, it's really it's never let us down. So apart from the starter battery, but that's another thing. But I'll be servicing it and sorting that out. Hopefully the next time we're out, and hopefully we'll get down the Oxford Canal in the 2 weeks that we've got off. And I'll let you, Jeff, know how it is.
Yeah, we'll go down that one.
Yeah. Apart from that, that's all we got planned. Lisa's still away down in Devon at the moment. I believe we have visitors this weekend in sunny Devon, and that's hopefully it'll be sunny because if it's anything like the pictures that Lisa just sent me, it was like a river running past the caravan today. It was like a river. So, it's getting dark now, isn't it? It's like I can't believe how quickly it's getting dark. It's only 7:45. So, that's all for me, really. That's all Oh, no, there was one other little thing I was going to speak to you about. Is I've got a leak around my collar on my fire, and that's quite bad. But I did, yours sticks out a little bit at an angle, Jeff.
Yeah.
You can get a. It's like a slice of metal. It goes in there. It's to make it to put it straight.
Well, you can just cut the float pipe at an angle.
Yeah, you could do, but yeah, there is actually a wedge. It's called a wedge for it. Someone put it on Facebook the other day because they had the same problem and it kept catching on the school tunnel.
Yeah, it just sticks out.
Yeah, and he's was catching on tunnel, and he'd found that you can buy this like wedge, which is the same shape as the collar, and you slide it in and put all silicone in it, and it'll make it.
I don't trust the silicone. Mine don't leak, and it ain't a problem. I'll just
yeah. So I've got to find out why ours is leaking because ours leaks quite bad. It runs straight down the thing and pulls on top of the fire. What was that? Were you typing now, Sol, rather than talking? So Sol said, if the water gets much lower in Glaston, I might just be able to black the hole. Yeah, get some. See if you can get some bits of wood under it first, mate. Go and get some sleepers, slide them under, and then you can just push yourself away from the side a little bit, so you can get your hand down the side.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I did do. Oh no, we went up to Weedon actually. We went up to Weedon with you, Jeff, didn't we? You carried on. That's right.
Yeah, where you went, you stopped at the pub, didn't you?
The wharf in, yeah. We did go a little bit further, but I didn't scratch the boat in the tunnel.
Did you? I see. Would you still have your umbrella up at the time?
No,
yeah. You carried Poppins' umbrella up.
The back of my, I know it's tiny, wasn't it? But the back of my neck was burning, and I just said to Lisa, I need something to try and stop the burning on the back of my neck. But I couldn't. What happened on the way back? There was a lot of traffic through the tunnel when we went back through. We must have gone past about 8 or 9 boats, and I kept on getting stuck on the side.
Yeah, you can't get off there, can you?
Could I get it off the side? No, I couldn't get it off the side. And so we were going along, scratching all my new blacking all the way down.
Always the way.
I was so and higher as well. Catches higher in Blissworth Tunnel, so I got some blacking to re-put on and some higher on the rubbing strip was almost nightmare. I was really pissed off.
Yeah, against the wall, you can't get off.
No, I couldn't get off. Lisa was going, "Get away from the wall, Glenn. Get away from the wall." I said, "I'm trying to get away from the wall.
Get it out."
Yeah, I was bringing the back end out and then trying to move the front end away.
Yeah, nightmare.
And that's the first. Never used to happen in Nutshell. I never had that problem. I could use it, run it absolutely fine. But that just got stuck loads to the side. Anyway. So that's me. That's all I've been up to. And I would say, should we answer any questions? But do you know what?
There ain't no.
We ain't got any. We ain't got any questions there. There's a few people that said hello. Obviously, Narrowboat changing place. Hello to you, Louise. And Trev was on earlier, so hello to Trev. And yet another canal adventure. And Narrowboat. Anyone read that?
Which one?
Narrowboat, Waker.
Yeah, it's our friends.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Go on, how'd you say it then, Dave?
I have no idea. It's Dreamcatcher in Swahili.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hello to you too. So,
Paul and Natasha.
What's this? I just saw Trev said, if I get stuck on the wall, I find that a blast in reverse will push the back. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have to try that next time. But we had so many boats coming the other way, you never had much of a chance to reposition yourself before you had to get over again. It was quite busy. It was quite busy. Got moored really easy at Blissworth, but it was quite busy up there. But we had a half decent breakfast up at the boat inn, didn't we?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, it was all
That
right.
seems ages ago now, that does.
I know, like ages ago. It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was all.
Not long. I know. Time flies when you have fun. And here we are, nearly 10th of September on Saturday.
Yeah.
It'll be here before you. Oh, I don't even want to talk.
Soon be Christmas.
Narrowboat life unlocked. Sorry, we're late, Anthony and Paul. You're very late, Anthony and Paul. It's almost wrapping up time at 10 to 8. But thanks for coming. It's actually got busier as we've gone on. We've rattled on. It's actually got more and more viewers as we got on. So, but I won't keep everyone hanging around for too long because we've been on since 7, 4, a good 50-odd, 60-odd minutes. We can't hear Saul anyway because it keeps breaking up. I'm not quite sure. I can't even hear you laugh, Saul, which is a sad state of affairs. You see your mouth moving, no one's in. But anyway, if anyone's got anything left more to say, we've got no questions, so I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early because we can't hear Saul anyway. So
I was scared of plumbing.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So we'll say goodbye to Chili Jam Jeff. You can check out his video channel. He's been doing lots of videos lately.
Yeah,
So
it'll get better.
He's been rolling them off like mad. We'll say goodbye to Dave from Narrowboat Changing Pace, and we'll say goodbye from Soul. We'll say from Mute Soul, from Barely Floating.
Who is barely floating?
Yeah, who's barely.
Living up to his name.
Yeah. Anyone needs to help Soul, send him a bottle of water. see if we can get it filled up. So thank God. Anyway, so we'll see you all again soon, and thanks for bearing with us.